Hey YouTube, it's been quite a while since I made a video last, so I thought we're getting ready to do an epic road trip, so I thought I'd go over and make a little video on how to pack for an 8,000 mile journey on our motorcycles. So essentially it's hammocks and Harleys and hammocks. We're going to be camping the whole way, heading from just south of Tampa, Florida, up through mid-America, across about 18 states. So it's going to be quite an epic journey, hitting a lot of state and national parks, up to Yellowstone, down through Utah, Colorado, Arizona, New Mexico, you name it. We're covering it. We're doing a big loop over about 5 weeks, and we're going to enjoy the hell out of it. So, but anyway, I wanted to touch on some of the gear we'll be bringing. I'll be riding my 2012 Road King Classic Harley, and my girl Jan, she'll be riding her 03 Anniversary Edition Softail. So we've got a lot of gear that we got to bring. We're going to be doing food. We're going to be doing camping the whole way. And we got to prepare for a lot of contingencies. There's going to be huge swings in weather. It's 93 and humid here in Florida right now. I'm sweating just talking about it. And we're going to be hitting some 10,000 feet elevations up north. So we've got to prepare for the cold as well as the high altitude. So it's going to be a blast. Really looking forward to it. We're leaving in a couple weeks. I've spent a lot of time making up lists and putting together our gear, and again, it's going to be one of those deals where we put it out there. We'd love to hear your comments. Do want to put a disclaimer. I like my creature comforts. We're not roughing it. We don't intend to rough it. We intend to enjoy the journey the whole way. I don't care whether it's cold or raining or hot or what have you. We like our creature comforts. So for you MacGyvers out there who take a bottle of water and a multi-tool and an MRE and says that's all you need to backcountry hike, knock yourself out. That's not us. So anyway, I'm going to be putting some gear out here. First I'm going to go over we're putting just in our bike, the saddlebags, tool bag, etc. And then I'll touch on some luggage, the luggage we're bringing that goes on the seat and the sissy bar, a couple other things, camp kitchen, some electronics, things like that. We'll break it down into a little detail. Hopefully this won't run too long. I don't want to get down to the gnat's ass detail, but I do want to put out some good information here if it helps somebody else on one of their journeys. Again, always looking forward to your comments, so let's get going, and I'll put out some gear and I'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. As you can see, I got a ton of gear here, and we haven't even gotten into the luggage yet. Basically, I've got a lot of things here because I like to be prepared, and I also like modular type of things so that I don't have to create too many redundancies. I like these pouches here, these canvas pouches, mainly because they allow me to break things down into smaller things, just throw them in a pack for a hike or something like that, a day pack, and everything's all set and ready to go. So without further ado, without any order, this is pretty much the 2 saddlebags, my front windshield, and the front tool pouch. That's pretty much all the stuff will fit in there. So I start out with a medical kit, a trauma kit. This thing will handle burns, any kind of trauma, broken bones, anything like that. It's pretty well stocked. I got a little bit of a medical background, so I'm always err on the side of having extra when it comes to medical. Then I've got the first aid kit, over-the-counter meds, boo-boo kit, any kind of prescriptions, etc., that kind of thing in here. Moving across, I'll just go this way and we'll do a traffic pattern here. I've got a battery charger here. Basically, it's like a battery bank, which I can use to charge phones, etc. AC 12-volt DC to AC inverter. My multi-prong USB for the 12-volt on the bike. And then extra glasses. Got to have my Oakleys to ride, some sunscreen and lip balm, etc. Map, tent, and light. And here we got the kickstand pad and some extra do-rags, which I could wear right now because it's hot as hell and I'm sweating. So coming over here, I got this, my riding drinking vessel. It is a 40-ounce fluid F40. This bad boy is the 18.8 double stainless steel. Will keep, I don't care how hot it is, your ice is going to keep your drink cold in there. This is just something I throw in a day pack. It's like a little emergency keychain with whistle and water tabs and you name it, multi-tool, etc. It's just a neat little thing I put together to throw in a day pack. And here we have a military poncho with some paracord and emergency blanket. It can be used as a tarp, etc. And then this is a packable day pack, and this is what I use for basically just doing day hikes. It unzips into a backpack, and these things are just amazing. I was really happy with it. Not only that it worked, but that it fit me. I'm a big guy, and I often pack a lot of gear and etc. And this thing folds out into a full day pack. I really like that. Next is my amazing $35 1-gallon gas can. This bad boy is designed to fit in my side saddle, which it does, and not guaranteed not to leak. So you can put clothing, etc. right up next to it. But we're going to be in some remote locations, and so you got to have that extra gallon of gas. Also going to have a quart of oil to throw in next to it. Also, we've got the... we'll cut that out in post. So got a mini compressor for flats, any tire issues. It's got slime for patching any holes, etc. Works on 12 volt, and it'll work on some of the other stuff we've got here as well. This is just a little mini utility kit I like to throw in a day pack. It has stuff like, razor blades, floss, fish hooks, scalpel blades, etc., super glue, stuff like that. And I've done a video on these as well. Over here, this thing is badass. It's a Chinese-made neck tech, but this thing is a jump starter. It will jump start a truck. I've used it to bail out friends and myself. Your battery goes out, leave your lights on. This thing will jump up to 25 times. As well as it's got USB, it's got an LED flashlight, the USB ports, so it'll also charge your tablet, your Kindle, your phone, etc., iPod, what have you. So great thing, and it just uses these things. You show up to give somebody a jump with this, and they look at you like you're wearing, like you're crazy. So, okay, so then I've got a water kit, and I'm partial to the Sawyer mini filter here. This bad boy is good for like 130,000 gallons of water to go through it, and I've got a water collection collapsible. You can basically drink out of a mud puddle with this thing with no problems. I also have some water purification tabs in there because you don't want to do that on a regular basis. But anyway, that's just a water kit, as well as the emergency hand crank, radio, flashlight, charger, etc., etc. These things are cool. This is one of the more recent versions. It puts out a lot of light, and it has a weather band channel on there as well. So up here, let me move that over. Up here, we've got my camp toolkit, and this is mainly just for camping. I got a little mini axe with a hammer, a knife sharpener, a foldable saw, and this bad boy here is the coolest and works so well. It's a hand chainsaw, and this sucker cuts through logs up to 3 inches thick like butter. If I lost this tomorrow, I would go buy another one. It is that useful when camping. So that's my camping toolkit with a couple other, some mini bungees, 8-inch tie wraps, and some gloves to protect the hands, and that will get me through the show. Let's see, did I already say fire? I don't think so. So last year I did a trip that was about 4,500 miles, had probably 20 different ways to start a fire, right? All kinds of magnesium and waterproof matches, etc., etc. What worked the best, and I tried them all. What worked the best for me was Vaseline soaked cotton balls and a windproof butane torch. And these things, and I got different ones of these, but I bought these like 5 for $10, so I bring them all, and they're filled. But that will start a fire in almost any conditions. These two things here, Vaseline soaked cotton ball will burn for like 6 minutes. Just touching a spark to it. So it's just one of those things that makes your life a little easier. Mini mega toolkit. This thing, I've done a whole video on this thing. It's got sockets. It's got pretty much everything in here. Tools, wrenches, vice grips, you name it. I keep this in my tool bag at all times. I don't go anywhere without it. And it's just one of those things you hope you never need, but if you do it, you pretty much have what you need right there. And then up front here, not going to be doing too much We'll be doing some water sports, but not on every stop, so I'm going to keep these in my side bags. I don't really care if they get wet, but it's my water shoes and my wetsuit. And then I've also got a ShamWow, a neck band cooler. You hydrate that and it'll keep you cool. Got to have a road atlas. I do have a GPS downstairs on the bike, but I also need a road atlas. And I put one of these in there. It's a big, like magnifier sheet, flexible plastic, because some of that print gets small when you're getting old. And then up here I've got my leather vest and my medium weight Harley jacket, which has a zip out liner. And then also, as we go through, I'll show you, we've got preparing for cold weather, you got to go in layers. So we got base layer, etc., long johns, etc. And then last but not least is the straps to hold the luggage together. I made up a lot of these straps, varying sizes, but the buckle and 1-inch straps, I bring a lot of those, and that's kind of how I strap all the luggage to my bike. But anyway, that all fits in my saddlebags and that sort of thing, and so very useful things. If there's, please leave a comment below as well, and we'll start looking at the luggage then next. Be right back. All right, welcome back. So you're looking at the two primary pieces of luggage that I'm going to have on my Road King. Now, because I do have a bigger bike and I have larger capacity, I will be carrying some of Jan's gear, some of the common stuff for the camping, etc., like that. But basically, the two bags, I've got this one here, which is old school Tour Master. Pretty good. It'll keep all your stuff dry. I rigged up a larger top roll for it because I wanted something specific that would hold what I needed. And then this one is I've had for a couple of years now. This is the Saddleman. I think it's like the S3200, 3,200 cubic inches, I believe. And what's great about this is, besides all the pockets, etc., fits right over the sissy bar. And I love the fact that it is side access, and so you can just open up and access all your luggage from either side. So it's a very intelligently designed piece of luggage. This one has a lot of benefits to it, but it's just a little bit more old school. But for this purpose, I'm going to be using them both. And this is going to be on my passenger seat like this. And this one's going to be on my back luggage over my rear tire. And they go like this. And that is my luggage for this trip. So, be right back. I'm going to start out with the Tour Master and show you what we got going on. This is what I carry in the Tour Master. On my right here is the top roll, and I'll go through that to start. And then this is pretty much everything else in the main pack that's going to be on the back luggage rack. So, basically, what I did is my top roll is for easy access, but it's also something that I might not use all the time. And so I tried to make this my cold weather and rain gear type of setup. So basically what I've got up front here is I've got my chaps, which I love the way I watched the video. They fold up really nice with the snaps that way. I watched a video on that. Then I've got my liner for my jacket, Frog Tog rain gear right here, bottoms and uppers, or jacket and pants. These are my Tour Master rain gaiters for my boots, and so I'm dry. Now for cold, I've got my Cabela's base layer, long johns and long sleeve shirt, and those I'll be putting in a dry bag just to make sure they stay warm. Wool socks, wool watch cap, heavy-duty fleece-lined leather and fleece-lined riding gloves, and balaclava, or as I like to say, baklava. It actually tastes better, baklava. So that should keep me warm and dry. And that's all on the top roll, and you know, just put them in dry bags or a rain fly over there. Shouldn't have any problem, easy access. Over here, this is pretty much our camp setup. And our primary camp setup is going to be hammocks. And when I say hammock, it's not just a hammock. It's a lot of other things. So up front here, we've got the hammock straps, and then a couple hammocks, and then we've got the what do they call them? The fly netting, right? Basically to keep the bugs out, mosquito netting. and then the straps to hang them, and then rain flies here. Again, this is a set of two, so you got 2 hammocks, 2 sets of bug netting, 2 straps, and then 2 rain flies. Then we've got 2 ground pads, which we use in the hammocks as well. It's instead of an underquilt, we use the blow up. Works great, keeps you very, very warm. And then also, if we aren't able to hammock camp, we need to throw up a tent. I do have this pretty small footprint. It's a little 3-person dome tent with some stakes, some line, tarp, and poles, which I really didn't want to take it, but you got to have a backup plan because you can't always count on finding something, especially where we're going. We might be in the middle of the desert with no trees. So we do have our ground pads, which acts as insulation. This one's my sleeping bag. It's down to a 20-degree extra light. And then these are blankets. They're basically military poncho liners, one for her, one for me. And again, I pretty much have taken on the extra because I've got the larger bag and the larger bike. And then again, some tarps. And then up front, this is just, I need them for easy access. All of our batteries, and I'll get into this a little bit more, but rechargeable batteries, AA's, AAA's, CR2032s, 18 18065s for the headlamps, etc. And batteries are going to be a big thing, but I just wanted them all in one place, along with the battery recharger. So that's pretty much the camp and the top roll for the Tour Master bag. I'll be right back, and I'll show you what we're going to do with the main Saddleman bag.